So a few weeks back, I asked my Facebook page if anyone would be interested in learning about foam rolling. This is something that I started way back when I was training for my half marathon. All the times that I've run before, I've never foam rolled. I used to have this one foam roller that was kind of spiky, and I hated it. So I found that that just was not right for me. So I ended up just picking this one up on Amazon. This is the brand Lorax. This one is great for travel, and I used this one for quite a while. I also bought this little one, and I will show how to use all these in a minute. But this little one has like little dots on it. So this is perfect for like the feet. And then I recently got this big one, which I'm very, very happy that I got this one because I noticed that my travel one just was not big enough for my hips, my legs, and I'll explain that in a minute. So the thing with foam rolling is it's very helpful, especially if you are doing any type of weight training, high intensity like jumping or running. And the reason why is because when we work our muscles, they get super tight, and those tight spots can actually pull on joints. And it's very important to roll those muscles out, to loosen them up some so that they're not so tight, because the problem with tight muscles is that if you don't roll them out and if you don't loosen them up, you actually cannot move as comfortably and as effectively as you normally would. And then that pulling and that soreness can actually cause you to use muscles that you don't need to be using to overcompensate for the ones that you should be using. So I always like to do foam rolling after any type of weight training routine or even running. And I've noticed it's made a huge difference, especially when I was training for my half marathon. I noticed that my knees were getting really sore when I was running, and I found that it wasn't my calves that were super tight, it was my feet. The arch of my foot was super tight, and that's why I bought this little one, and it actually helped because something as little as your feet being super tight can go all the way up to your legs and can cause problems with your other joints. So I'm gonna show you a few moves that you can do as far as foam rolling. The one disclaimer that I wanna share is that you don't wanna foam roll if you have any type of numbness in your legs, because the thing with foam rolling is that if you find a tender spot, you have to hold that spot for at least 30 seconds. And if you cannot feel any type of discomfort, then you could be causing more damage. So that's the only thing that you're not supposed to be doing, is if you have any numbness, especially because of diabetes, you should not be foam rolling, and always contact your doctor before you start anything like this anyway. But let me show you a few that have helped me as far as even being a runner, what I use almost daily. All right, I'm gonna start with the big one first. This is the one that I like to use on my hips, my legs, and then also my calves. And so first I will start just on my bum. You should not be rolling your spine. So you never wanna go in this lower area. You wanna stay to the sides. And so I will start on one side and I will just roll. And like I said, if you find a spot that's super, super tender and sore, you just hold that for 30 seconds. You don't keep rolling, you just hold it for 30 seconds until it loosens up a little bit, and then you can move on. And then I usually like to roll down. And I like to use one section at a time. So I will do this section first, then I will move to my calf, and then I will do my quadricep. So it's all different things, where I'll do like hamstring first, my calf, my quad, and then sometimes I like to do my lats, especially if I'm doing any type of upper body work. And so this area right here, especially the IT band, is so important when you're a runner to roll out, because that gets really, really tight. And so I will do both sides, and I'll show you the quick version. And then with the calves, what I like to do When you're first starting, it's nice to work your calves like this. And then if you need more pressure, that's when you just cross your legs, get to each side. And then of course, if you find any soreness, like right now I'm really sore. So I will hold that for 30 seconds, not moving. And then I will move on. One thing I want to show before I start my quads, this little thing. This is nice for the foot because it was right in the arch. It was very tender. So I would roll this, especially when I was running longer distance. And then to do the quads, just roll here and then roll. And then you can also do the adductors, which is right here. You can roll this way, or it actually is easier when I use the small one for my adductors. And I will just put this right, and it's in the, almost like your groin area, and you just roll. And then if you need to stop, you just stop for a moment for your 30 seconds and hold if it's really tender. And you guys, that's it. Simple. Foam rolling, like I said, I like to use it every single day that I run, but also if I do any lower body, and then upper body I can show you. The lats, this one is really nice. So what I'll do is I'll do one side, right here, and then the other side. And it helps loosen everything up. So I love foam rolling. If you don't have one, you should be getting one, especially if you are a runner. So just wanted to share.